You know, that person came to our company today. Did you hear them? They were talking all about clouds. Like, look at those clouds up there. Like, what was he talking about? What is this cloud? We're here to tell you what the cloud is. We here want to discuss the different cloud solutions and systems that you can set up for your companies. There are three different architectures that you can do: on-premises, hybrid cloud, and full cloud. But first, we need to talk about the different type of architectures that you can use to run your data centers on. The first one is on-premises. Is an on-premises architecture. An on-premises architecture is the one we think about all the time. In the movies, you see someone breaking servers. That is an on-premises architecture. The pros and cons of an on-premises architecture are the following. Pros are you have very high security. Typically in years past, government work that needs to be very secure, needs to follow regulatory compliances, has had to run on on-premises servers. Now, why is that? You have all the control. You set it up, you are maintaining it, you are doing all the security for it. It is all on you. That is a pro and a con. Another pro is that you can follow, there's many laws regarding data. We've seen in recent years, GDPR has released new standards. Companies are now having to change the way that they store data so they can be more secure. To make sure you follow GDPR and other regulatory compliance needs with your data, having the on-prem services, you can check off each of those laws to follow and follow them. You can rest easy knowing that you personally are following and in compliance. Now, what are some of the cons of on-premises architecture? It is not cheap. Servers, especially during post-COVID times, we are seeing a high rise of costs in servers. There's a high upfront cost in buying servers and installing them and maintaining them. And behind all that cost is hiring people to do that. People cost in salaries, they're going to cost you in hours, in allocation, resources. All these things are going to take that price, that initial price, even the not cheap upfront cost, and raise it out of the roof. In summary, on-premises services are great for people who want that total control that it brings. For those people who need to follow regulatory laws, it is perfect for you. Now, we're going to talk about the next two type of architectures that you could do for your data centers. Is this an on-prem server? Is that a cloud? Hybrid cloud. We want to talk to you about what hybrid cloud is. This is a new buzzword that is being found in industry all the time. Is it for you? Is it good? Is it even feasible? We'll tell you the pros and cons and kind of what it is. Hybrid cloud is utilizing the new technology of the public cloud, which is running your data on other people's servers, while also keeping your on-prem servers and running your data there. So how does this happen? Pause, I don't know how it happens. Now we know how hybrid cloud works. It uses an orchestration layer that acts as the intermediary between the public cloud and the private on-prem servers. Using that orchestration layer, you're able to run data synchronously between each of these different architectures. Now, what are the pros and cons of hybrid cloud? Some of the pros are You have many companies nowadays who are still running on those on-prem services. How do we slowly migrate them to a full public cloud? Cue hybrid cloud. We set them up with a hybrid cloud, utilizing both, and slowly can migrate them to a full public cloud. Hybrid cloud also provides you the flexibility of keeping your core services that need to be on-prem, like we've talked about earlier, due to regulatory, due to security needs. Those services that need to stay on-prem can stay there, while also you can spin up many different projects in your cloud part. This is great because you have that cost flexibility, the resource flexibility of being able to use the cloud while also keeping your core services intact. The hybrid cloud will share those resources efficiently, it will convert those data, and it is a great option for many companies who are seeking to get into the cloud but aren't ready to fully commit. Some of the cons are similar to the on-prem services. Is anytime you're implementing your own servers, there's high upfront costs. Again, like we've talked about, people cost, time cost, resource cost. That cost is going to be heavy. Implementing those servers will take a long time. The other issue that happens is because you are using two services, it's hard to find visibility into both systems. AWS, for example, has great cost management systems. On-prem servers, you're gonna have to create your own cost management solution to monitor that. In summary, hybrid cloud is a great option for you if you need to keep those core services in an on-prem architecture while wanting to spin up extra projects on your public cloud. It's a great option for you.
Whoa, the cloud.
Now we get to talk about full public cloud. This is the buzzword of the 21st century. AWS, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure is all bringing these services to people around the globe. Now, what is it? What are the pros? What are the cons? We want to talk about that with you today. Renting those servers means that you do not need to provide your own, like an on-premises architecture. That is the first pro that we're seeing. While this comes at a cost, it is much more flexible and cheaper to run in the full public cloud. Now, why is this? In a public cloud, you are running only what you need. In an on-premises architecture, many times you will find that you have too many servers, and you're paying for those servers while you're not even using them. Sometimes you'll even find that you're not using them, that you need more. You have to bring in new servers, pay for them, and then maybe the next month you're not using them. This is where the public cloud comes in. In the cloud, you can boot up new resources, you can shut down resources in an instant. Because of this, your cost is fluctuating, but you're only paying for what you need. Another great pro of having a full cloud architecture is that you do not have to house an in-house maintenance team. Because of this, you do not have to pay the salaries, you're not paying for resources to fix, and you're not paying for those hours. This is great because the cloud providers of today handle all of that maintenance on their own. Another great pro of going to a full public cloud is the reliability. Public cloud is very reliable. How do they do this? Public cloud companies such as AWS, Azure, They are running data centers across the world. Because of this, they are able to have backups. Say there's an earthquake in Virginia, a major hub of AWS's data centers. No worries. They've got data centers in Ohio to help you. They are very reliable. There's got to be some cons about the public cloud. And there is. For some companies, it is going to be more efficient to spend money on your own servers, to do an on-premises architecture, or do a hybrid cloud architecture. And it could be for a variety of reasons. It could be for security, it could be for regulatory compliance. Or you want the peace of mind knowing that you have your own servers in your house and you can maintain them. No matter what it is, the full public cloud is a fantastic option and the option that we recommend for companies in this new age. We recommend public cloud. Pause. Pause. What the? Pause. Pause. What the? Is going on? Pause. Guys, we can't.